Rich people don't get rich from big wins. They get rich from systems that pay them every month, quietly. Most people never build this system, and that's the real secret. This isn't about stocks, crypto, or overnight success. It's about cash flow, money that keeps coming in whether you work or not. Today, I'm breaking down the exact cash flow system wealthy people rely on and how you can build a smaller version starting exactly where you are. Wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about how many sources pay you repeatedly. So, let's start with step 1. They separate income from time. Here's what most people do. They trade their hours for dollars. They have one paycheck, which means they have one single point of failure. If that job goes away, so does their entire income. But rich people do something fundamentally different. They use their income to buy systems. Those systems then generate cash, and that cash buys more systems. It's a cycle. They don't work more, they reinvest faster. This leads directly to step 2. They prioritize cash flow over big returns. The middle-class mindset often asks, how much can this make? It's all about chasing that big, flashy return. The wealth mindset, however, asks a quieter, more powerful question. How reliably does this pay? This thinking leads them to very specific types of assets, things like rental income from property, dividend-paying investments that send you a check every quarter, businesses built on recurring revenue like a subscription service, or even royalties and licensing from creative work. The principle is simple: stability beats excitement. If this already sounds more realistic than the get-rich-fast advice you see everywhere, subscribe. This channel focuses on money systems that actually last. Now for step 3. They stack small cash streams. Here's a key insight. No single one of these streams makes them rich. That's not the goal. Instead, they stack them to build resilience. Think of it like this. Stream number 1 comes in, and maybe it just pays the small bills, like your phone or internet. Stream number 2 comes online and covers the basics, like groceries. Then stream number 3 creates a little margin, some breathing room in your budget. One stream is fragile, but 5 small ones, they're resilient. Step 4 is about how they use debt differently. Most people use debt to consume. You buy a new car, a bigger TV, and the payments go out every single month. It's a drain. The wealthy do the opposite. They use debt to acquire assets. They'll take a loan to buy a rental property, and the cash flow from the rent covers the debt payments, with profit left over. The rule they follow is simple and non-negotiable. If it doesn't pay for itself, it's not good debt. Step 5 is the truth nobody really likes to hear. Cash flow dies if your expenses inflate. So what do? They consciously lock in their lifestyle costs. They actively avoid what's called lifestyle creep, that natural tendency to spend more just because you earn more. And every single bit of surplus that's created by keeping expenses low gets reinvested back into the system. They don't upgrade their life every time their income rises. Which brings us to step 6, which might sound completely backwards at first. They pay themselves last. Why on earth would they do that? Because the systems always come first. Their personal spending is capped. Before they make a big purchase, they ask one critical question: does this expense grow my cash flow, or does it kill it? The system eats first. And step 7 is about how they think about time and money. Most people think in terms of their annual salary. It's a big, abstract number. But the wealthy are obsessed with tracking 3 monthly numbers: monthly cash in, monthly cash out, and the most important number of all, the monthly surplus. That monthly control is what creates long-term freedom. So, how does a normal person, someone starting out, actually copy this? You start small. First, you stabilize your main income. Then you focus on reducing your fixed expenses to create that all-important surplus. With that surplus, you build one tiny cash flow stream. You take the money from that stream and you reinvest it, and then you just repeat the process. You don't copy the scale of what they have now, you copy the structure. And that brings me to the biggest lie about wealth. People think rich people know some kind of secret. They don't. They just follow boring systems longer than everyone else. The cash flow system isn't hidden, it's just ignored. Build income that repeats,
Control your expenses, invest patiently, and let time do the heavy lifting. That's how money stops being stressful and starts working for you.